COVID exists in this universe too. Oh, wonderful. So the next few episodes you might see me wearing this because in isolation now, can't leave the house, so might as well film some episodes. Do a couple in a row maybe, I don't know. So today is a double feature. Harry Potter. The first story, which is called First Encounter. It's the shorter of the two, it's only 1100 words. And the second story, Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles. The longer of the two, over 13,000 words. We'll take a look at the shorter of the two. So, First Encounter by Lyris Malachy. I don't know if I said that right. It's rated M. It's in English, and it's romance. Now, what is the pairing in this story? Is it Harry and Draco? No. Is it Albus and Snape? No. Is it Draco and Snape? No. Is it Harry and Snape? No. You want to know what the pairing is? It is the bloody building of Hogwarts and the squid that lives in the lake. Bloody Christ. First it was Lady Gaga and a toaster. Then it was Christian Grey and a grill. And now it's a bloody building and a bloody squid! The story starts with Hogwarts being lonely. He doesn't have anyone to keep him company. Summer is about, all the students are gone. The only person that's tending to him is Filch, and he's not too keen about that because he doesn't like Filch because Filch is a squid. How charming. So Hogwarts is an ass. Meanwhile, out on the lake, the squid is all lonely because he has no gales to scare. He has no gales to shove his tentacles up into. He then gets an idea. A very naughty idea. And he starts to go after Hogwarts. Hogwarts is like, oh no, we can't. And the squid's like, oh yes, we can. And he starts to insert his tentacles into it. He's giving the school an ultimatum. Just admit that you like it. As he keeps on inserting his tentacles in. The school takes too long to give him an answer. So the squid decides to punish the school. How does he punish him? He somehow turns his tentacles into a paddle, and he starts to spank the school. This goes on until Hogwarts is all sobbing and begging him to stop, and he doesn't. And then when he finally does, he shoves his remaining tentacles inside of Hogwarts and gets him to moan in pleasure. So much so that it wakes the remaining staff members that are in the school and they go to investigate. But the squid is so quick that he pulls out and goes back into the lake, and the only evidence that he left was his inky gooey stuff all over the walls. And that's how the story ends. This, I can't believe I'm saying this, but this is the better of the two stories. Because the other story, Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles, is the biggest religious propaganda I have ever read. It was so bad, in fact, that I wanted to quit reading it, but I forced myself to continue to see where it went. And I shouldn't have, because it went nowhere. It went nowhere. The author's proud housewife. It's rated fiction K, it's in English. It's adventure mystery, and no. No, they should make a new category in fanfiction.net called Utter Bullshit. because that's what this story should have been put into. Utter bullshit. So no, this is not adventure mystery. This is in utter bullshit. It's created by me. It's now a thing. Ta-da! 14 chapters, over 13,000 words, and 15,213 reviews. Bloody Christ! And 1,100 favourites. 1,100 favourites! How could anyone like this? And I think the author put their real name in it. Grace Ann. I really wanted to think this wasn't a serious story, but I think it is, because I've come across crazy Christians like this in real life. The history of this story is that this Christian mother did not want her children to read Harry Potter, so she created this story instead where it takes all the adventures of Harry Potter but takes out all the evil witches and whatnot. And it doesn't even do that. It is a bastardization of Harry Potter. And the irony is that there's still magic in it, because the characters just pray to God whenever they want something done. Like, so much so, oh, I need to open this door. Dear Lord, please open this door! Bloody stupid! I'm not going to go into a detailed review of this. I'm just going to complain about it because it's just that bloody bad. I mean, even trying to talk about what happened, I can briefly summarize what happens. Okay, let's see. So Harry Potter's living with the Dursleys, and they're not religious. And apparently, if you're not a Christian, you're super messy about your house. And, you know, the Dursleys do the awful thing of Mr. Dursley cooking instead of Mrs. Dursley. Oh, no, the calamity! The calamity! He's cooking instead of her! I think I'm going to have a heart attack. How unchristian! So, Hagrid comes, and he makes Harry into a Christian by making him do a sinner's prayer. And then he takes them off to Hogwarts. And then at Hogwarts, Harry meets the Reverend Albus Dumbledore and his wife Minerva McGonagall, even though they're supposed to be married, so her last name should be Dumbledore. Oh, and they have a daughter named Hermione Granger. Again, if she's her daughter, her last name should be Dumbledore, 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 not bloody Granger! Okay, I need to breathe because Christ, the story. So anyway, he goes to the door and he meets Ron, who's a Slytherin in this. He's not quite a Slytherin yet. And Ron's doing the awful thing of praying to a goddess statue. Oh, that's not allowed. But there's different variations of Christianity, which I guess it's okay, but it's not really, because this author shames other variations of Christianity. So they all get sorted, and Ron is still friends with Harry, and he's kind of questioning whether or not he should actually be a Slytherin or not. So pretty much the pure Christians, the ones that are the true Christians, are the Gryffindors. And then you have the Hufflepuffs, which are laid back. And then you have the Slytherins, which are being corrupted by Voldemort, who in this version of the story is not a Christian at all, and that he's trying to pass legislation, I think I'm saying it right. If I'm not, do forgive me. Again, I do have COVID, I'm a little loopy. To, stop praying in school. Because apparently, in this universe, Hogwarts takes place in the United States of America. And Dumbledore has a southern accent. That's how Harry knew he was actually a Christian. Because apparently, the only way you can be a Christian is if you have a southern twang in your voice. Howdy, partner. So bloody stupid. The Ravenclaws are a bunch of assholes. Like, they treat women as below them. But, how the true Christians treat the women are not much better. Because in this story, they're like, oh, well, we believe women and men are equal, but they're not the same. Women are meant to stay home and cook and clean and have babies. Guess what? You want to know something? Come closer, a little closer, a little closer, a little closer, a little closer. They're not equal if you believe in that! Sorry. This story it does a number on you. So, Ron is part of Slytherin. Luna is still Ravenclaw. Harry is obviously Gryffindor. And Draco Malfoy... Oh, no, wait, no. No. Luna is part of Hufflepuff. And Draco is part of Ravenclaw. And Snape is the headmaster of Gryffindor. Now, the characters in this story do not match the characters from the actual Harry Potter stories at all. Not even close. Hagrid is described as like a well-to-do lumberjack man. Snape is described as being very handsome and muscular. Draco has black hair in this universe. I mean, Ron kind of matches what he's supposed to be, but they have his entire family be Slytherins, and they're kind of assholes except for him. The whole thing is just so bloody stupid. So, I'm going to get to the main plot thing. During lunch, Draco says something nasty about Hermione because, Harry is being friendly with Hermione. And Harry gets so mad that he yells at Draco. And then Snape comes over to investigate, and Harry tattles on Draco, and Draco gets detention. So then Draco challenges Harry to a pray-off. So they do this pray-off. Draco goes first, and he pretty much wants God to strike down on Harry if Draco's right, and God doesn't do that. So Harry does his prayer, but instead of, striking at Draco, he just prays for him to be converted to a Gryffindor, and he gets converted to a Gryffindor, and he's perfectly fine with it. So bloody stupid. And then at the end of the story, the big confrontation with Voldemort happens, and it was bloody stupid. It was bloody stupid. He just comes and admits, oh, well, I wasn't being serious, I'm just an internet troll. And they just keep on yelling prayers at him, so he just kind of gives up and walks off after a while. And nothing even happens to him. They just continue to yell prayers at him, and that's how the story ends. And technically, it says that the story isn't complete, but it's complete. I mean, it was last updated in 2014. And the author, oh my God, the author notes that were left by this bloody woman were so painful to read. Pretty much her husband had a problem with her doing the story, so she was forced to stop. And she kept on quoting bloody Bible verses, and the Bible verse she kept on quoting was the one about how women must submit to men at all times, blah, blah, blah. So I digress. But I'm not going to complain too much, because if the story was any longer, I think my head would explode in pure rage. I think it would. I think it really would. This bloody story, was so bloody stupid. So bloody stupid. If you want to be religious, that's fine. If you want to be a devout Christian, that's fine. You want to know what's not fine? Shoving your bloody religious views down the throats of others. And then the whole thing, in the beginning of the story, Hagrid, who goes to take Harry from the Dursleys, wants them to prove that evolution is a real thing, and they supposedly can't. In reality, you can. There's ample amounts of proof that evolution is a legit thing. Religious people, if you want to deny it, you can deny it all you want, but the evidence is out there. It is out there. And why can't religion and evolution both coincide? Just adjust your religion. That's all you have to do. Instead of saying the earth is 2,000 years old, I don't know. I believe in something. I don't know what exactly I believe in, but I do believe that there's life after death. And I do believe there might be I don't know if there's necessarily a God, but I think it's more complicated than people think. I think the universe as a whole is an entity. Maybe not necessarily living, but kind of, I don't know, but I'm not going to shit on others for, wanting to believe that there's a God and whatnot. On paper, I have no issue with religion. But I do have an issue with people who try to shove their religion down the throats of others, and this story does exactly that. And it's not even good. Like, it tries to say that it's the same as Harry Potter, it just takes out the witches and wizards. It's like, it's nothing like Harry Potter. Nothing happens in this story. It's just preaching about religion for most of the story, and then when they finally do the big battle at the end, it wasn't even a battle. It was just so stupid. It was so stupid. It was such a waste of time reading this. I seriously wanted to stop reading it after I read the first 2 chapters, and I got to the 3rd chapter, and I'm like, you know what? No, I'm just going to do the review without reading the rest. But I forced myself to read the rest because I wanted to see what would happen. And nothing happened. Nothing happened. It was so bloody stupid. Nothing bloody happened. Nothing happened. Nothing bloody happened. My Christ. My bloody Christ. This bloody piece of shit. The bloody hell fucking story. Susan? I'm fine. Are you okay? I'm okay. Are you sure? I am sure. Go away. Bye. Let's go back to the other story. Would I recommend this story? Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't. But after reading Hogwarts, School of Prayer and Miracles, I would recommend this story tenfold. You want to read something stupid about a building being raped by a squid? Go right ahead. At least something happens in this story, and at least it's short. And this story, Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles. You want to know what I would say about this story? You want to know what I would recommend? Put it in a rocket. Blast it off into the universe. Never to be seen again. Bye-bye. Thank you for watching today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please click on the like button and leave a comment. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I would greatly appreciate it. Until next time, cheerio!